Okay, today guys, I'm going to be doing a full review on Lionel's Vision Line Pennsylvania CC2S steam locomotive, the 0880 configuration. It's a switcher engine and it comes in this beautiful box. It's packaged just like the rest of the Vision Line engines, strapped down to the wooden blocks and Velcro down, which is real nice, protects the engine well, and you can see the sides of the box there. Moving on to the engine, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start from the front of the engine and my way, I'm going to work back towards the tender. So on the front of the engine here we have an electrocoupler, the coupler cut bar, the marker lights with the green and red LED lighting, the exceptionally large steam cylinders on this engine, which are really cool. Now here we have the headlight, and on the side of the headlight it reads 8183. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video or not. It looks a little blurry on the camera here. Also has 8183, the engine number, on the front of the boiler, and that does open, which is a really cool feature. Over here we have a builder's plate. The engine was made by Baldwin in 1919. There's also another builder's plate on the other side of the engine that we can't see from this view. On the top of the boiler, it's a single smokestack. Moving the engine up just a bit so you can get a better view of the side here. And also, when the engine's idle, the headlight dims. I don't know if you noticed it or not. I'll move it for a second. See, it dims. And another really cool thing about these engines are that the smoke will still come out when it's in idle, which is, I thought, was really cool. Now, this is the one that's fixed. Well, we better not forget one of the coolest features, which is the swinging bell. Pretty awesome. I think it's one of the neatest features on this engine. I really do. Now there's lots of separately applied detail on this engine, like all these piping and everything. I'm going to have to take the camera off this tripod to show you some of these other features moving towards the rear of the engine. I'll get a side view of it here. It gives you a good look at the 8-wheel driving assembly here, and the 8 wheels on the back. Moving up to the top, this is removable. This is where you add the smoke fluid for the rear smoke unit, for the whistle and the blow down effects. And there's a small funnel that you use to put the fluid into there. This dome is removable. This is where all your programming features are at. The run program, Odyssey, smoke, all those fun things. It's got really nice detail on the top of the engine. On the top of the cab, this does open up like that, which is really cool. Moving down towards the window, we have moving windows, which are really nice, and also these mirrors move, which is really cool. What I'm going to do right now to show you a feature is I'm going to move the engine up a bit and dim the lights down so you can see the ass fan glow on the engine. When the engine's running, you can see it down in there, which is really, really cool. And the cab lights turn off whenever the engine's in motion. The whistle effects obviously are really cool. You gotta get a good black background so you can see it well, like that with that tunnel. Now, I'm going to quickly disconnect the locomotive from the tender, so excuse me, I'm going to set the camera down for 1 second. Okay, so here we have the cab. The nice LED on the inside of it. Lots of details in there. The engineer and the fireman, the glowing firebox. This lifts up. So there's a lot of nice details there. We have the wireless tether between the engine and the tender. Moving on to the tender. Well, before I move on to the tender, there's obviously the blowdown effect from the engine. It's a really neat feature. So the tender has a really nice, realistic coal load. It has this real nice red paint job on the top here, and with the real nice, clear and crisp Pennsylvania lettering on the side. It has four-wheel trucks on the front and back of the tender. On the back of the tender, there is these switches that open up for the rail sounds and the volume. Keep those concealed there. And then on the back there's a rear backup light with 8183 on the side of that. It lights up when you put it in reverse. You have the marker lights on the back with the red and green LED lights as well. And also an electrocoupler on the rear of the tender. One more feature of the tender is this piece is removable. And I'm not going to take it all the way off, but you can get the idea that it slips up. And that's where you put the battery in. I'm going to quickly reconnect the engine to the tender. And give it a little quick run. Let you hear some of the features once again.
Pennsy 8183 here. Hold it for a clear lead. Over. Pennsy 8183, you're clear to pull. Over. Roger that. Clear to pull. 8183 out.
There goes a CC2. Alright guys, thanks for watching.